Hello everybody, I'm Manakyn. Welcome to the stream. My light is on. I'll be right back. How are you all doing today? How's it going, Sob? It's doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's been a weird day. But I had French toast, which is delicious, so that's really all I need. Today we're playing some Disco Elysium, and I've really been enjoying this game, Disco Elysium. Yeah, hey, how's it going, Kioma? Yeah, what is it? It kind of has this detective feel. Maybe some of you guys don't know, but when I was growing up, I actually wanted to be a detective. I think I've mentioned several times that eventually I found out in order to be a detective, you have to become a cop first, and I don't think I could have. I'm not a physical guy, so I don't think I could have really survived in cop training. But I mean, so there's a dream lost. But you know, I still think detectives are pretty cool. I think some of you know that I even shadowed a detective when I was younger, just to try to understand what they do. It turns out most of what they do is file papers. But every once in a while they get to go to a scene. And I actually was lucky enough to go to a scene, not a murder scene. Essentially, I just went down for what is it? Like one of those quick like robberies, and then he kind of showed me like the procedure of like, okay, well, first we're going to, you know, just ask people what was going on and so on and so forth. And in the end, it was, I guess, for high school Manakyn, it was very boring. Yeah, so for high school Manakyn, I was like, wait, where's all the looking for clues and tracking down the bad guys? Like, no, you don't really do that nowadays. Nowadays, we just use computers and whatnot. How's it going, Sob? Yeah, so nowadays they use computers and they just document things, and that's kind of what a detective does. Like, you don't really have those now. Like, have you ever seen those reality shows like NCIS or CSI or those types of things? It's like you guys got these guys that are like sitting around the tables like, well, what if he went here? It's like, oh, well, that doesn't fit the profile. It's like, that doesn't really happen. Yeah, they kind of work together and just, you know, detectives work together to figure out, you know, what's the situation and where's the culprit and what's going on. But so, yeah, so little Manakyn kind of was like, wow, this is really boring. But older Manakyn, actually really started thinking about that, and as I look back, I really respect that their job, and I really started to respect their what they do, because a lot of what they do is, besides, you know, like legwork, just asking people questions and you know, trying to understand the scenario and looking around and maybe looking at a security footage or something like that. It's like that type of stuff takes a lot of effort, and it's the type of effort that not very many people want to do, especially if it's dangerous. So, you know, I look back and I really respect that. I really respect, you know, it may not be like super interesting like reality shows, but it's still like a really tough job. Like, you still have to confront difficult people. You have to deal with the general public. You have to go back and you have to, and it's often an unpredictable job. Sometimes you'll have to be working very late for, and just because something happened and now you gotta figure whatever you gotta do out. So, Disco Elysium, I feel like it kind of captures that feeling of what it is to be a detective kind of more realistically, right? These guys aren't going around doing like super hunting, like bang bang shoot 'em up type of things, and sometimes it's exciting. I had to deal with that one racist dude, but it's not over the top to the same extent that a lot of other detective games, Danganronpa, is, or Raincoat. There's none of that like whole like, we have the clue, now let's recreate the crime scene or stuff like that. No, it's like okay, that's interesting. This is going on, and let's try to put the pieces together. So, and you got to deal with a lot of crap. Yeah, exactly. And I really like this game because I feel like it captures that. Obviously, this is the 1950s, I think, like 51 and so on, but I'm really glad I played this game. Anyway, enough talking about this game, enough I'm swooning over this game. Let's just play it. Come on, baby. Hurry up. There we go. There. Do I celebrate Diwali? I do not. I don't know much about Diwali. Reality shows in India are cringe. I freaking love Indian reality shows. You don't even understand. I love the how like the editing is so over the top. I freaking love it. There we go. Which reality show do you... I don't know. I just watch clips of it online, and then like when they introduce a character, there's like a zoom in and zoom in, and then the screen spins around, and then another zoom in, and then an explosion, and then a third zoom in, and then she looks over that way, and then a zoom in on another character, and then zoom in again. Anyway, let's continue. Oh yeah, so if you guys remember, we were talking to some drunks over here. We finally crossed the bridge, and then we made it to this town over here, and these guys are just kind of insane, and we also found out that Harry, who is my name, Harry Dubois, aka Harry DeBoy, yeah, he drove his car and crashed it here. I don't know why. Anyway, we finally found a new little hut to live in, a little shack. It's not terrible, but you know, it doesn't cost any money. It's a nice little place. And yeah, so we're gonna look around a little bit, see if we can find anything interesting. Oh, for those of you who, oh, interesting. For those of you who may or may not be interested, I tried my hand at AI art the other day. I was trying to understand how, you know, AI has affected different things, because as some of you know, I study AI, I actually work on AI. But I was trying my hand at AI art, and so I put a prompt, schoolboy, and it generated a boy with like 4 heads and like 6 arms and 3 legs. So I don't think AI is there yet.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What does the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened.
Oh,
Across
yeah.
the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
I see. Looks like this area has been mostly abandoned. As long as AI doesn't do full body, it's not that cursed. Yeah, but when it draws a full body, it's pretty cursed. What's my favorite type of chips? I've never really thought about that. I mean, Lays are fine. I don't really think I have a preference in chips because I've never really thought about what I specifically want.
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces
Oh, that's
away,
sad.
right at the turn.
You only like Sun Chips? Sun Chips are good, and they're heart healthy. How's it going, Arcane? You miss wasabi fun. Wait, were there wasabi Funyuns? How's it going, Ire? I know of normal Funyuns. How's it going, Yakumo? A dead
Tragedy
dog.
comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
Oh, yeah.
His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money, but only slightly.
Money? Money?
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
I mean, aren't you a chef? You could just recreate the wasabi funyuns. You like kure more. I don't actually know that one. Do we have any... Oh, we do have a skill point. Okay, so we got our 9mm finger pistols. Bam, bam, baby. Revacholian... Okay, so nationalism? Do we want to be nationalist? Is this one the Nazi one? I don't know. Self-critique. I'm one sorry piece of shit. Should I be a sorry cop? Some kind of superstar? Am I a superstar? What do you guys think? Superstar? Superstar? Okay, I'm a freaking superstar. Wait, hold on, before we do that. Superstar? Superstar? Okay, let me check first. Okay, visual calculus, set of tracks. Barbell. Damaged ledger. I can do the damaged ledger again. Nice. Oh, come on. Okay. Because he's super and he's a star. Okay, superstar, maybe. Map wall. Warded door. I still don't remember what that is. I think that's the one where you punch the door, but we don't have to do that anymore. Ice cream maker is still not working. Lynette, the net picker. Oh, right, I have to convince her to go on a date with me. Measure head. Screw you. Wash basin. What is wash basin? Hand-eye coordination? What? Am I stealing something from the wash basin? I don't know. But, okay. So, somebody in the comments actually really wants me to do the ledger, so we're gonna try our hand at the ledger once more. If you guys remember, last time we failed, and we failed again, and we failed again.
It's the ledger you oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back.
Alright, you guys ready? Here we go. Come on, 92%. Open the clipboard. Super Mario Wonder released. I think it was yesterday, actually. Yeah, you're right.
Just yeah, baby! The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know...
slide the drawer open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
Hey! What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Ticket stubs? Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings.
What?
The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
What? Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Okay. Wait, is this like a postcard or what? Handmade postcard. Smell it, baby.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored.
Apricot flavored.
A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Okay, if I open this and this is about my ex-wife, I'm going to take another point of damage. So I don't know if I want to open this. We're going to open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside
oh
of the
no!
card.
Oh no!
Looped, round letters.
Oh no! Oh, I'm going to take damage!
A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile. You think, although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins.
Oh, God.
You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy.
Okay.
Throw it away, please.
But what if it makes me happy?
A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Should I read it? Should I read it or should I throw it away? I gotta know who I am. Hold on to it.
Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Hey, how's it going, Gemjo?
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets
dying.
dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on.
Okay, hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Okay, I guess I'm not holding on.
Detective, is everything all right?
Well, looks like I'm falling sideways. Wait, my ledger! What the frick? Hello? Did I just die? Did I just lose?
There is nothing. Again.
I guess I'll just lie here passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's basal ganglia?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
Smelled like betrayal.
Yeah, man. Fuck everything. Total blackout forever.
Well, I'm just gonna sit here.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What's that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious.
Oh, yeah. I love me some speed. I meant I like running fast because I'm Sonic.
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
My boy saved me! My boy, Kim, I love you!
Drink. Water.
Go.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Wait, so let me get this straight. When I think about my ex-wife, I lose health. But when I hang with Kim, I'm healthy again. My boy!
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone?
Wait, 2
You
days?
need a secondary form of hydration.
You know, I'm a magnesium-based life form.
That's just a drug addict myth. In reality, you're still comprised of dihydrogen oxide, which you must replenish to go on living.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case, baby.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your health slot
What?
for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Alright, so what is this? The Ledger of Failure and Hatred. Authority! Wait, it makes me lose my authority. Does main character have sentience? Of course he does. Oh, let's go ahead and... The Ledger. Yeah, baby. Wait, hold on. We need the bag in the other hand. Because we need to collect some stuff. Yeah, let's go recycling. Oh, maybe can we fast travel now? You are here. Yeah, we can fast travel here. Alright, we're back. Alright, let's see what we got. Magnesium-based life form. Okay, you know what? I think it's time to become some kind of superstar. Yeah! Alright, well, we talked with these guys. Let's see, is there anything over here? Hello? Anyone in the area? What's that? Oh wait, hold on. Well, if we're going that way, we might as well look around everywhere first. Ooh, what's over here? Nothing. Ooh. A black swallow circles above you. You hear it chirrup. Chirrup, chirrup. Rust-eaten letters read, Mazut. I know what a mezuzah is. I don't know what a mazut is. The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these reeds. There's a box over there. looking back at you from the rust-colored water. You. Oh. What's going on here? Ooh, money. I'll take it. We have to buy enough so we can play Dungeons and Dragons with Kim. Nothing over here. Oh, money over here. Can we reach it? Looks like we can. Oh, there's someone up there. Why don't we go this way first?
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blonde man stands next to his son, pointing at the weather-worn ruins.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. Must be King Kituragi, right?
What?
I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Wait, what was that about the windows?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
That's right, computer nerds.
Yes, hypertext. Young carve and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests a hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays behind the hem of his father's coat.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
Worms? Wait, what? Is that a computer game?
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the building.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
What? What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
Okay, then what is it?
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Wait, they sell ink cartridges? They're a frickin' printer company that always rips you off on ink?
Hold on. What's R&D?
Wait, what's R&D?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, research and technological development.
Well, duh! I've never heard of RTD in my life.
Maya Kalpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
Let's look at the building.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an
Königstein.
aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era.
Psh, personal electronics? Nobody needs computers. Computers are only for companies. We don't need computers, okay? This market is going to fail. Okay, do not invest.
Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
Actually, believe it or not, that position, that computers are only for companies, you don't actually need personal computer. That was a very popular position when electronics were first starting out. What was that, Ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Tape computer? Now that's the way of the future!
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
No, that'll never happen. People don't need personal computers. That's way too much.
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN, and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even a boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
It's very interesting to hear this game's history. And, you know, it really tries to be consistent with you know, just how economies sometimes work. You know, sometimes like a war will just happen and like a company will go bankrupt because they're not making war machines. I do like how this game tackles some of the more darker sides of, you know, different subjects, politics, economy, and so on. It's kind of, you know, it's something you don't really see in too many games nowadays. Maybe because people are afraid of talking about these types of things. You're saying Feld built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
The Ferris wheel! No!
A pleasure wheel?
The lieutenant looks wistfully in the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
I think the first Ferris wheel was at the end of the 1800s? I don't remember exactly, but I think so.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive.
So they built a Ferris
It was
wheel?
supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
Honestly, if the Ferris wheel was free, I'd just sit on it every day. What happened to the engineers? And the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
That's actually not that different from what's going on right now. Right now, a lot of tech companies are laying off, and I don't have the economic knowledge to understand exactly why, but I do know like some tech industries have suddenly like laid off a whole bunch of their workers, and it's kind of concerning. You know, I like to think that, and you know, me as an R&D engineer, I'm immune because I'm in R&D, but it is concerning when suddenly you get a whole bunch of layoffs in your department. I was lucky enough to avoid some layoffs. My company had layoffs, some other companies had layoffs, but yeah, talking about this is a little bit nerve-wracking. What did they do with these advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, buddy.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
Oh, I remember some documents from history class. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice. That's all I remember. It's like half a sentence. Did you guys have to memorize the Declaration of Independence?
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver verm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
I mean, the Declaration of Independence, if you guys are American. If you're not American, do you guys have to memorize any, like, important, like, documents for your country? Yeah, I had to memorize the Declaration of Independence. I had to memorize, which one is it? The Emancipation Proclamation, 7 years ago. That's all I remember from that one. Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
He raises his finger, remembering something.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje.
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center!
And we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wompty Dumpty Dum Center?
He did!
He did it. He said Wompty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Hey, what's the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
Wait, hold on. Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? It's Wednesday evening, and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old wonder twins, Guy and Keith Just are the stars of the show with their bomber jackets and white sneakers. Head curators of this art exhibition. The Wompty Dumpty Dumbest event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. Where are you if you're not there?
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Oh, wait, speaking of old computer style coding and programming and writing or whatever, wait till you guys hear this. Back in the day, in order to code on a computer, we had punch cards. That's right, we had these cards with holes in them, and you would slide them into the computer one at a time, and then the computer would figure out what holes were poked into the punch card, and it would figure out how to perform its operation using those punch cards. You kids think your C++ and your Python and your Java, oh man, this is so inconvenient. I hate having to declare an object. No. Back in the day, we literally had frickin' index cards that we needed to slide into the computer. I mean, I heard about this from my great-great-grandfather because, as you see, I'm not old, I'm very young. The RCM should get some computers.
Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The failed playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07.
The playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the felt playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Because they're stupid.
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
So we should just head inside. Maybe we can find something.
But of course, what else?
Should we ask him for money? Nah. Thanks for the information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Another power box. More money.
You see, a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out
Feld Electrical.
R&D.
Recherche et développement.
A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Tomorrow. It's just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Well, damn, Kim. Oh, what's that? I guess these are locked. Bars cover the long, dusty windows. You know how lions, the way lion cubs go from high-pitched chirps to deep roars and growl as an adult makes me think that lions have to go through puberty? Yes, that's right. Every mammal goes through puberty. In fact, depending on how you define puberty, you can even argue every animal goes through puberty, but each one goes through a different way. But yeah, lions do go through puberty. That is correct. Ooh, a box. I'll take more money. No boat in the boathouse today. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, more magnesium. Oh my god. Oversized superstar glasses. Now that is what I'm frickin' talking about. Frickin' empathy? We don't need frickin' empathy. We need to look like a superstar. There we go! Boathouse is shoddily constructed. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of the shaded bench, covered in rust. Oh, a booth that's no longer in operation. The sign says, "Entry into the room." I pronounced that correctly.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Oh, interesting. Something's definitely gone down here.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution.
Makes sense.
The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
And that's why we decided that ARs are great as hunting equipment.
Unable to piece together the big picture just now, there's a hole in their hypothesis.
I'm dumb.
The scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant smiling mouth, smiling its deadly smile, laughing at you and the world and the living.
It's gotta be a box. Ooh. Ooh, and stuff over here. I'll take that, I'll take that. I'll take that. The door is not only barred shut, it's inaccessible. Ooh, what's this? Fallen people. What the frick? What's a fallen people? What the heck? Sorry, that looks really dumb. Walking. Oh. Hey, where'd it go? There. People paid money to park here. No one would pay now. I guess we can't keep going further, can we? Oh. Hello? I guess we can't keep going this way. Oh well. Oh wait, maybe we can zoom out. Click over here. No. Yeah, I guess this is just the edge of the river, the lake, whatever. Oh, there's another dude over there. Oh, that must be the guy we're looking for. Let's check up here before we go. Oh, a church. All right, before we explore the church, we better head over to the bug collector guy.
Here we go.
Hey,
Nice
there
and
he
easy.
is.
No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Woo woo! That's the sound of the police.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
I don't know why, but the way he says, "Don't worry, Gary." Wait, what? He's the cryptozoologist and Gary is the crypto-fascist. What the?
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Lena sent me. She's been worried about you. She's waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the AL-81.
Sounds like Cleveland from Family Guy. Who? Who does? The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
That's right, Gary.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon.
My God,
If you see
Gary.
Lena, tell her I won't be long.
My God, Gary. Hurry up, you crikey, mate.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
His hands are large and weather-worn, but also used to delicate, precise work.
Tell me about this phasmid.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect.
Wait,
It
what?
disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there?
I thought you were just looking for an insect that was good with camouflage, not a ghost insect.
And I suspect it may have also developed other specialized techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What sort of specialized techniques?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defenses that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition. confusing the visual cortex.
I think that's just called camouflage.
But I cannot describe how these defenses work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
Just look at a stick bug. It's not that hard.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
Why are you so interested in stick bugs? Aren't there more sensational animals out there? Did I say hi to Slippery? Hello, Slippery.
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for.
Then verse me, buddy.
Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defenses, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
And how big is it?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant.
What?
One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodeozoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm.
Then how do you not find it?
Seems puny, to be honest.
Ha! Weak.
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
No one's ever found one.
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
The same way I know that dragons are real, Kim.
I know it's real.
Well, that we can't argue with that.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Just like the Loch Ness Monster.
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to you, or just behind you, like a trace of vapor you exhaled one spring morning as a child? This is what he's searching for. A spectre.
Lena said there's been a sighting here.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez.
It's totally a dude wearing a bedsheet, okay?
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the phasmid's died out.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
You know, cockroaches are also pretty resilient, but if you nuke them, but actually, if you nuke, I think cockroaches actually have some level of defense against radiation. I just ignore me. I got it. Parthenosis.
Parthenogenesis, meaning the females don't need males to reproduce, makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
I don't think that's actually something that is actually animals are capable of. Because if they didn't need a female to reproduce, then wouldn't the males just not exist? But then again, we know that males and females, males in the reproductive cycle allow for faster evolution and faster natural selection, or whatever it is. I don't know enough about biology to comment on this. Never mind. Komodo dragons can do that. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it back. What a travesty! Women reproducing without men?
Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, my interest is strictly dispassionate.
There's nothing dispassionate about the way he talks about the insect.
Tell me about the traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Wait, she designed them?
Yes.
More than some, he admires this about her.
How do they work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel, and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out.
Wait, you're relying on the bug to get fat?
At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
The point of the exoskeleton is to not be delicate. Then again, it is a ghost skeleton, so...
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
To tell you the truth, I feel so conflicted about this because some of the stuff he's saying is ridiculous, but it might be true. But because this guy is a moron, I don't want to believe it. But some of the stuff biologically makes sense. So I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to make a commentary and everything that coming out of my mouth is probably going to be wrong. So please pretend like I'm not here.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
What will he do if these traps don't work? He'll cry. I might as well ask.
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Well, of course. Of course. All you had to do was use locusts.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
All right, guys, I just want to remind you, you can trust me. I have an intellect of 1.
Yes. What?
Anyway, I'll get going. Should we ask him about... Yeah, we might as well.
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up, if you prod a little.
Might as well. You're living your childhood dream out here, huh?
It's not child's play, just because I have to trade through the mud every so often.
I mean, I'm not saying it's child's play. You know, you have to deal with difficult and adverse situations. Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling, too.
Real? I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't. It's a profession, just like any other. That's right. We're ghost hunters here.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
That's right. We rely on drunk people. Interestingly enough, drunk people are the only ones who've ever claimed to see the cryptids.
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
What does it mean to come close?
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
What kind of evidence?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
And you've never discovered one?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So how many have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
And how many have you found?
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Out of 4,000 ghosts, 2 have been proven to be real.
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere.
Okay, so out of the 4,000 ghost animals, only 2 of them have been proven to be real, and the 2 animals are just normal animals. I can't. I can't. Bro, just go work at a zoo or something, please.
We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
No, that is exactly what it means! It turns out if an experiment fails like 50 times, maybe you're doing something wrong. That's not even 1%.
In fact, it is 0.05%. Ever more magnificent, should our search contribute to making that number 0.075%.
Thank you for explaining.
Yes?
I'm gonna leave. Oh, let's talk about specific cryptids.
Alright. What cryptids precisely?
Tell me about
We usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
Just tell me about a cool one.
No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me to go back to field research. You should ask her if you want interesting stories. Me? I'm not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence.
Which cryptid did you almost catch?
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
What are willow people?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees.
He almost caught a tree person. This man is literally killing me right now.
They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
Wait, so I've seen these willow people without knowing it?
You probably have.
And how did you catch one?
Harry and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself.
I cannot believe this.
After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow, dashing through the grove. I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
Have you considered the fact that maybe it was a squirrel?
A lavender shadow.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined. Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel.
Thank you!
I am my own harshest critic.
Buddy, please. Please, buddy.
By all means.
I'm gonna get going. Alright, well, this guy's an idiot. Tiny cages. These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Let's talk to Gary.
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer? Yellow Man. I mean, officer.
Did he just call Kim yellow? Okay, it's time to use this man as a punching bag. Kim, hold me back.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. That sounds awfully familiar. Something to keep in mind for later.
No.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Degenerates? This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
Okay, I am the most virtuousness of the world. Okay. I'm neither of these things, as you can assure you. I'm a by-the-books, clean-as-a-whistle officer of the law. I'm not even tempted to touch intoxicants.
I've been tempted on occasion, but someone has to stay strong for Revacol.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
All right, serious question time. Do you know anything about the hanged man behind the whirling rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
That's a likely story, buddy.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he? Strange.
Oh, is that so?
He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
Is this mug your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
I'm just asking.
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right.
I can see you recognize it. It's in your eyes.
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all.
Just admit it, man. You put the mug in the trash container behind the whirling, didn't you?
Maybe. Okay. Yes, I did. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
Should we find him? Should we find him? Should we find him? I am, for 100 real.
Okay, I deserve that. And I won't do it again.
Yeah,
My
baby! Give me that money!
I don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property, I've been having trouble at work lately. The Quakos are price dumping us out of competition.
Quakos? Oh, the Quakos are the immigrants who are trying to take the jobs that the strikers don't want. Is that right?
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
How'd you get into the trash container, Gary?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Oh! We got him! We got our man! Gary, you going downtown! We got him! We got the man who murdered him! Even though we know it was the Hardy Boys, we still got him! Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Oh, we got good cop, bad cop going on here. My boy Kim is a good cop, and I'm bad cop. Did you put the clothes of a murder victim into the trash too?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Go explain.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Wait a second. He lives right across the yard. Could it be that Everett wants us to open his house? Or does he just live in the apartment building? Gary the crypto-fascist. Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
Wait, he was the one who put the clothes in the trash?
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Then why didn't you call the cops?
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
What is that sound?
What sound?
Don't mess with me. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I haven't the slightest. There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
How about I strip search you?
The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor.
It's always...
I don't know anything about it.
It is always Gary. Every single time. Okay. When you see a murder or a theft or a massacre or a serial killing, you look for a man named Gary. It's always Gary.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing. There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
Let's move on for now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Okay, shifting around. Why is he shifting like that? Oh. And by the way, you were surprised to see my colleague, weren't you?
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly.
He's Revacholian, you bastard!
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next racist will be the really good one?
Yes.
Well, this is that racist.
Are you, Gary? Are you racist?
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here.
And you got a problem
I'm
with
just stating the
Sealites?
fact. No, no problem at all.
Okay, so what is our current situation? Oh, breakthrough imminent. Breakthrough imminent. Okay. Okay, so we need to get some composure in. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. All right, we have 1 point. So let's try the composure, and if it doesn't work, we'll put in a point in composure, and then we'll try again. Oh, first we'll ask, you a cryptozoologist?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. but I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
Then what are you?
There probably is a follow-up to this, but you can't think of any. Doesn't matter. Waste of time anyway. Gotta keep moving.
Alright, let's watch Gary carefully. Gary! I'm watching you. I'm watching.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
His massive muscle? No. Something worn underneath?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles.
We found the
Stolen from the
armor.
corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did, and I didn't want you to know.
Yeah? A thin layer of interlocking plates covered his gaunt torso.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth. This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Oi, Gary! Get back to work, Gary!
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Oh! My boy! Mm. Give me that armor, Gary.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
It's that sweet sweat smell.
But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Why'd you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you. But
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
Oi, Gary! I love this.
I'll explain later.
Why did you really put those clothes in the trash, buddy?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
All right.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
See? Good cop, bad cop works.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. CLI officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
All right. Do you know who killed the hangman?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
This is all he knows.
So, Gary, are we done here?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
That's right. Good cop, bad cop works!
Some kind of superstar.
I'm a superstar!
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship they claim to know. It would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die. Yeah, baby! You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
That's right. Look at my bonuses. I mean, I'm really bad at logic, but now I can learn a lot of visual calculus. I can learn suggestion, doesn't really matter. I can learn drugs. I can learn composure. That's not bad. It's not terrible. I don't really want electrochemistry, but it's not awful. Alright, so we picked up some clothing. Pain threshold +1. Volition +1. Empathy -1, but eh. Alright. Dang, we've been making some pretty good progress. Alright, I think it's time to take a quick bathroom break. So, look at my beautiful boy. And I will be right back. Hello everyone, I'm back. Alright, let's see this armor thing. Ooh. Pretty good. Alright, so the armor will give me an additional point of health, I guess. But alright, so we got quite a bit done. Look at our new tasks. Right? We found found morale, and we found a piece of the armor. Nice. That was a big breakthrough for us, talking to these guys. Oop. A buoy bobs in the water. Number says 11.
That patch of reeds over there is
What?
a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
Wait, I can't see anything
You
interesting.
don't have a reason to. Yet.
What is this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
A buoy? There's a buoy bobbing in the water. Here? Heavy military blockades. Oh. It's almost impossible to get a fire going in this ocean. Ah, get the can. Or money. Money works too. Alright. Well, we made some progress. We found the what we were looking for. Next, we have to see if we can figure out a few more things. First of all, we have to figure out the stuff in the game as well.
The
If you guys,
remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
If you guys remember, last time, no, like a few streams ago, we actually went inside like the ice cream place, the bookstore, and the bookstore also had an ice cream place and like a hair salon, and all of those were closed down. But there's that one thing that we still have to open.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
Lieutenant, can you see what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know,
Fair enough, no problem.
I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Well, you know what, Kim? I'll be your eyes. And you be my heart, man.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk.
All right, just nod. I shouldn't pry. Oh, we should see if we can get inside at some point. Is there a way to get inside? No, guess not. Let's just walk around then. Oh, there's stuff up there. Oh. Buzz. Hum. The electricity flows through with audible power. Alright, what's this over here? It's a phone line? Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow
Hey!
plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Click, click.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Do we dial a random number? No. This side, anything here? Oh, this one's broken, looks like. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's here. Money? Alright, we got a bottle and some money. Ooh, what's this? Must be clothing?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled
Yeah!
pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
But it might be a clue.
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jackets?
It could have been multiple seagulls. He hates me.
You should still take it.
Alright, let's take a look at this.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
How'd this jacket get so disgusted?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Hell yeah, I can!
Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
I'm gonna think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and
Oh,
seagull
God!
shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
But then how did it get here? But what's the crust made of?
Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night.
Alright, that's enough.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Flick you my hands.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disgrace. You'll never get the smell out.
I'm so dumb, I'm sorry.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Keep the porter reel at a harmless distance.
Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad.
Like mega sad, man!
Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for.
Yeah!
The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it.
Time to karaoke.
A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times.
Easy, baby!
Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
Nothing could stop me, baby!
Gart, you have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
All right. So we're pretty close to singing karaoke. We got this. All right, let's see what else we got around here. This over here. Just some box. Maybe we'll have some stuff. Ooh, more bottles. Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Ooh, glasses. +2 encyclopedia, -1 perception. Coin-operated weight machine. Coin-operated weight machine, what? Nothing. There's some money. A few cents adds up. Big wine canister. Wine canister? Looks like a gas canister. Oh.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
All right, we're ready. Oh, the floorboards look rotten and weak.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there.
Oh?
Livid strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
Hmm?
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra.
What about the kebab?
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol.
I could go for some shish kebab right now.
It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
This one's out of order. All right, let's talk to this guy.
A man lies on the boardwalk.
Working
His
class
limbs
corpse.
bent and neck turned at
Oh, it's
an
him!
unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
This is the missing husband.
Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse as he examines the face. 2 bulging eyes stare at the back of it. Is he dead?
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days.
Oh my god.
Longer. We need to investigate.
This is the missing husband. No.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an
my
old
God.
brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
So he was the one. Looks like he was drinking a lot, and he was smoking, and there's a kebab. Ooh, what was the fatal wound?
The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made.
Let's check the
You
pockets.
find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two.
Oh,
His jacket
no.
feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal
You've got to be
bench.
kidding me.
Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
Okay, so I think this is what happened. He was on a drunken bender. He fell through the floorboard, and because of that, his body dropped. He hit his head and died. Probably that's what happened.
When damp, these boards are really slippery. Even a sober man could lose their balance here.
Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all.
This is just tragic, man. This wasn't a killing out of political reason or even something out of anger. There was no conflict here. It's just a drunk man who fell to his death.
He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests.
This is
The
sad,
floorboards
man.
are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Oh, well, I'm curious about that chewing gum wrapper. Why is it clenched there?
Be very, very careful where you step here.
Examine the head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
He bled to death while he was unconscious, I guess.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one in the back of his head.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Alright, let's look inside.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too.
Alright.
Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
In a ditch off a road below the 881, he thinks. A young father. Then he shakes his head to make the memory stop.
I mean, cops are human too, right? Just because they deal with this every day doesn't mean they like it. Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
He was drunk. He probably didn't see where he was stepping.
Tear all around us.
He looks at the other bottles near the coin-operated viewer, and then at your yellow plastic bag.
I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
Fair enough.
True. It feels disrespectful.
Let's step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband. Dead on a boardwalk.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
Matches her description.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
What do you think happened?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk.
Yeah, probably. This is just unfortunate at the end of the day. There's nothing we can really do about this. It's just a guy who slipped and fell.
Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
You think he was drunk?
Oh, yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
I don't think it's related to the lynching, but I might as well ask. Could it be related?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Alright.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
What about the field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me.
That's fair.
I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
You're right. It's a working class dude. I feel like we should be thorough about this regardless. But it does look like a simple accident. But is it possible it's staged to look like an accident? No, we should be thorough. It's kind of sloppy.
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
Alright, let's finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from Manakyn and Emma. Let them know we are taking the case.
Alright, let's look at the library card.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued
Central
to Billy Misha,
Jamrock.
expires July 53. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock.
Alright, so we have a place to
Business
call.
hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from Manakyn and Emma. See if we can learn anything about Billy Misha.
Good idea. There was plenty of information here to go by. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinting Curve,
The Glinting Curve
by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Alright, well, I think the only thing we can do left is report this to the woman. Didn't we already find the armor? Right? Shouldn't this one be done already? Find and locate one piece of armor. Whatever. I'll worry about it another time. Alright, well, that's unfortunate, but we should head out. Oh. Moonshine. Smells like tasty fermentation. Let's go. Alright. Alright, well, we found the church, so we can head back to the church whenever we need to. I think this is the church right here. Alright, we can head back here if we need to. A kick drum pulse. Music's coming from somewhere in the ice. For now, we should head back here. Let's make a call.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Please connect me to the Jamrock Public Library.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
That is true. I'm looking for information that you can provide on Billy Mijon, a reader.
Billy Mijon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database. Yes, hello, are you still there?
Yeah.
I found Billy Mijon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
Home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives.
Interesting. Do you have any other information?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Mijon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes. Okay, if it was the police, she starts explaining something.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87. But we don't have it yet.
Wait, Billy's husband who returned the book. So is Billy gay? Or is Billy the man? Wait, which one's Billy? Oh, Billy is the woman. Billy must be the woman who is reading. Right, it makes sense she's in front of the bookstore because she's an avid reader. Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like?
Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
So Billy is a woman? How did your colleague know it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
And then goes for a little drink later. On the lookout.
Thank you. It's all for me. No other questions.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
Let's confirm it with the wife first.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Oh, why is this circle on my head? Oh, what is this? I haven't seen this one before. There's something down there. Is there? What is down there? Where'd the woman go? I guess I'll have to report to her tomorrow. Maybe she's not
Hello
here.
again, esteemed officer.
Here's the map thing.
The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you.
Right, because I'm
This
poor.
is Revachol East. Houdon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad.
That's probably where I
People
live.
shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Hell yeah, I am. Anyway. Still don't know why there's a circle on me. I think maybe that's a bug. Maybe it'll go away after a little while. But it's not that much of a problem. Alright, so we're gonna have to wait until next time. So you know what? We'll just report the body now. No point in waiting.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need to report a dead body in the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Unidentified, middle-aged man, height 170 to 175, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he fell through a hole, hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
Seems like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
Type, 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 type,
What
type.
about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
Wearing boots, trousers, old leather jacket, bright blue lining. Found a library card from his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
It's from the Central Dramrock Public Library. Belongs to someone named Billy Mejan.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We'll be taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm done for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see.
Alright. Looks like we got another dead body. This one should wrap up quickly, so we shouldn't need more than a few minutes to do that one. But let's head back down. They said there's something down there. We need our flashlight. Where's the flashlight? Tools. Alright. Oh, not this way. Nothing this way.
This orange machine is dead still.
Try to crack
It
open
has
the
a
lid.
You slip your fingers under the... No. This is going to need something else. If you want to try again.
Equip the pry bar by...
No, we still can't do it. Alright, they're telling me that there's something under here. Let's try again.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Alright, nothing here. They said there's something down there. Maybe we have to head down to the sewers at some point? Yeah, something down here. Oh. The musty smell of a potato cellar in spring emanates from this air vent. Oh, we have to figure out how to get in there. Can we head down the sewers? Like, down this manhole, maybe? No? Anything in here? Yeah? Oh, bottle? No, no bottle. Well, we also have our ID back, so we can actually ask the woman about some info about the mugging. Right, go to Billy Majon's apartment to deliver the bad news. Martinet's apartment buildings. Oh, no. There we go. Let me see if this guy has anything new for me.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
That's all. Alright. Let's head over to the apartments. I wonder if Kuno's still there. Kuno! Kuno! Don't talk to the fucking pigs!
Just an ordinary wall.
No, nothing here. Alright, well... I don't want to open that door right there because that's helping Everett, and I don't like Everett. Alright, let's head to apartment number 20. Which one is it? I think it's upstairs. Ah, it must be this one.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. So allons, yo.
Allons.
The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard.
Hold on, Kim. We should discuss this before we move on. What should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Majon. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Any advice?
Dad, just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice.
Good advice. That's actually legitimately good advice. You should never... Trying to relate to people is... It's incredibly misguided. It's misguided... It's misguided but good intentioned. People who relate, generally they don't really know what to say, so they kind of just blurt something out. The reality is, there's nothing you can really say, right? There's really nothing you can say. You just have to, accept the fact that it is sad news and let the person be sad. That's pretty much all you can do. People feel like, I think one of the reasons kind of just a guess, but I think one of the reasons why people try to relate is because they want people to not feel sad anymore. And the reality is you're going to feel sad. So generally it's just best to let the person be sad instead of, trying to, hey, cheer up, it'll be okay. It's like the person just died. What do you want to say? It's like, yeah, just don't say anything sometimes. All right, let's do it.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
He's giving me the hard task.
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
Is this Billy Majon's house? It's police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Tidying up. nervously. There's fear in her voice.
Come in. The door is open.
What did you miss? We're about to tell a lady that her husband is dead. There she is. Don't run, okay? Take it slow when exploring. Be respectful. Windows covered in old newspaper clippings. Yep, it's her. An empty pack of red Astra. Yep.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
I wish I could joke.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here.
Kim giving me the heart. You know what? Kim's a bro. I'll take care of this.
He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm all right.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
Keep it together. You don't want your body language to tell her the news.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
How's it going, Silver?
Definitely no small talk. This isn't the time or place.
Alright, Kim's here. Identified the leather jacket. Identified the library card. Kept my composure. Discussed things through. Lieutenant's handkerchief. Tell her about the dead body.
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband, Victor Mejan, was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What did you say?
Your husband, Victor Mejan, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
Oh.
She touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater.
Oh. But he was just...
Oh boy.
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
What happened to him?
Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. It's still too early to say, but at first glance it seems like he slipped and hit his head.
Was he drunk?
Alcohol may have played a role, yes.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
It's hard to say at this point, ma'am.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress. The handkerchief.
Do we give her the lieutenant's handkerchief? Well, I mean, I guess that's what it's here for. I don't mean it to offend, Kim. Here, take this, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
By the way, Silver, yeah, I do plan on playing Super Mario Wonder.
No. I just need to tell my girls.
The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly.
God. Should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
Take a day to recover, ma'am. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still...
She rubs her face, runs her finger over her cheeks that have become numb.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already, she starts to shake.
Again? I'm very sorry, ma'am.
We should step outside and talk.
Set the library card by her and leave the room. Well, I guess that's that.
You did well.
The balcony feels cool and quiet, with a stunning view over the district. All right, now what?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
All right, well, it's closed.
Let's go.
Well, at least it was short. Not much else you can do, huh? Alright, let's see. I want to increase my physical instrument so I can knock that guy's freaking face out. Let me see. Pain threshold. Ice cream maker. Come on. Up, up, up. Or is it, where is Mirror Head? Or whatever his name is, something head. Measure head, conceptualization. Oh, right, I can't do it anymore. All right. Well, let's go talk to the woman. Probably what she wasn't expecting is that I would find my badge again. So now we can at least hold that over her and say we don't need to look for your, we don't need to work for you right now. Anyway, we still have to find the murder weapon.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Oh, by the way, found my badge.
I love you did.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
That's right. Respect me.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe.
You piece of shit.
I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
I couldn't give a damn. That was your plan all along, wasn't it?
My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
Well, how about you give me the frickin' information? Sorry.
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can...
He's a butthead. Still have to find my gun, too. Well, in the meantime, let's head back to the church. Can we head back to the church? Church? No. Fast travel? Oh, thank you. Alright, finally, we can go there. Let's check out the church. Dusty pews in the shadows. But more importantly, money. An altar shrouded in dark. Oh. The shadow of a very large building falling on top of me. Alright, St. Brune. I guess this leads further up. Let's not explore just yet. Alright, in we go.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run my hand over the beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Yeah! Moist to touch, baby! I don't know why the word moist freaks me out.
Feels exceptional. 300 tons of pine would fit together seamlessly. It's old too, cut and carved many centuries ago. Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work.
Take a look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting.
Let's look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth.
Okay.
You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
What? Have you seen this before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What's suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
I'll try to peel it off without ripping it.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling.
Bam, maybe!
Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker on my ledger right on the cover. Put the sticker in my ledger after the last entry where it belongs. Okay, where it belongs.
Looks like today was a gold star day.
Bam, baby! Style my paperwork.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least.
Screws and a nail, huh?
If you really think we should get in there, we need to find some other way.
Should we start with the kick drum coming from the ice?
Yes, the pulsing bass. An indication of junior delinquency.
Do I have to deal with kids again? Okay, I guess we have the pry bar. That might be able to help.
Heavy wooden door.
No. Well, I guess not. So let's head to the lake. See if we can figure out who's making the kick drum. Oh, what's this? Full of holes. Could this hide treasure? Hey! Oh, and alcohol. Money. And alcohol. Did I just say and alcohol? Yes, it's an alcohol. Money. Money. Magnesium. I have too much magnesium. I am legitimately becoming a magnesium-based life form. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Oh. Guess we'll go around first. Ooh. To your right, a white-bellied cormorant eyes you suspiciously. What? To my right? Must have taken a lot of patience to do that. Painted with pastels. Someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. Ooh, yeah,
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Where's your hat, girl?
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on!
So should you.
I do?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Alright, now that all that's cleared up, I have some questions for you.
Sorry, man. My mind was elsewhere. Shoot.
What's your name, girl?
Estelle.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname?
Why?
For police paperwork?
Okay, it's Berger.
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
Why aren't you uncomfortable right now?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Have you been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
So what trouble have you gotten into with the police?
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
Fair enough.
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13.
Oh.
In Vorburg.
I see. She had to deal with life as a kid. Why'd you move out at such a young age?
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
Fun fact, alcoholism does have some aspect of genetics, so if your parents do really like alcohol, please try to be careful. Drinking, partying, and disco music are bad for you. You should take me as a warning example.
She nods very cautiously.
What's that device you got there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
What are you recording? And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Oh, it's like an accelerometer. For those of you who don't know, when you want to record things in your like your chest or your throat, you actually put a accelerometer here and like attach it to your skin, and then as you have like vibrations, like the accelerometer picks things up. It's really not that different from like a stethoscope, like the doctors do when they put on your chest.
Nice. You could maybe bug someone with it. Wiretapping.
How's that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-born sound, if you like technobabble.
Where'd you get it from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock.
Boogie
Musicians
Street?
live there, like real musicians.
Real
I watched
ones?
some Arno Van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds interesting. Who's Arno?
Oh yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
Hey, I get down.
I don't know what that means.
It means I grind, baby.
I don't know what that means either.
Damn it, I'm old. Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player and a completely trashed hostel room.
That's cool.
You're right. Time's deserted me.
Sucks, man. Is there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
Actually, I had some non-mic questions.
Okay.
Anyway, what are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
What are you recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Alright, let's change the question. Why are you recording?
What happened to the old headphones?
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
Is your boyfriend?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And these recordings for the cracks. The footsteps, what are they for?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music.
What?
They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together.
Oh.
They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Okay, early 50s dubstep. Okay, I can get down with that. For those of you who don't know, the reason why in movies and in music, the reason why they call it a cut, like when the scene cuts or when the tape cuts, it's because in the older days, film was actually a very long piece of film. It was like a very long stretching picture, right? And when you would put film together, you would actually have to cut the film, or in some cases, if you're talking about like electric tape, you would actually need to cut it and put it together. So that's why it's called a cut. So, fun fact.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be like a music place anyway.
I can make music, right? Just random sounds. Okay. Here. Oh wait. Here's a paper towel. See, I can be a musician.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy.
That's gonna be
feels
top
childish.
10.
Very useless all of a sudden.
Top 10. We're going double cardboard with that.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible. Like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill. The quivering jaw. Indications of a drug high.
Oh, is she high?
Take this, you're cold.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Give her my hat. Oh, my hat is so cool. Have a hat.
Thanks.
Oh, my hat! No! You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
And who are these boys?
The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
I did good. I did good.
Go ahead.
The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. Pick it up.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
Sorry you have to sit here on the ice with the drugs wearing off. At your age, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended for it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure, with this by your side.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon for what's coming for you now.
What is?
Nothing if you got this. Don't be scared.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
Yeah, we're encouraging her to make music, even if it's ice music.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, you feel like you should. There is something about her, a weightiness. Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now, as an equal, a fellow human being.
Fellow humans! We are like this!
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
What's been eating me? There's nothing eating me. Not anymore.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
There is something that... It's been making my life hell, I guess.
What is it?
The plight of the working class! Down with the bourgeoisie! I think it's all these foreign people taking our jobs. Everyone's just mooching off the entrepreneurial class. I think it's the plight of the work. People are just putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good. Selfish interests ahead of the greater good. The plight of the working class, no. Everyone's mooching off the entrepreneurial class, no. I don't like any of these answers, but I guess I'll go with number 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No one understands. Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for the sake of progress.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress?
Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be reasonable. That's all.
Okay. So you're not that upset, it sounds like.
I told you, I'm highly distressed. Is that the only thing I can say?
Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
Oh, god damn it, she knows! Now that you mention it, I found these letters I've thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
We should try to let her help me. You know, keep the keep the connection. They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me feel not good.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember, but I realized I'm a cop confiding in like a 22-year-old woman.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
I think it's more about getting so unbelievably drunk. Maybe. Yeah. Selective memory.
Yeah. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
What's Kongenstein wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for the bullshit psych thing then. You know, I'm not sure this made things any better. Yeah, we'll just say, okay, well, anyway. I had some questions for you.
Sure.
Tell me about this music place.
It's supposed to become, like, a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
Do you put the... Wait. You want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops.
Yeah, why do you ask?
Okay, well... Maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
By the way, what is anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Yo, I completed a secret task. What is that? What is anodic dance music? I should figure out what people are listening to these days. I'm gonna be hip, baby. Yeah, I know all the best pop songs out there, like a wimbo it, a wimbo it, a wimbo it, a wimbo it. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. And also, get around, I get around, and you ain't another but a hound dog. I know, all you hip kids. Electric instruments.
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like. If it ever comes.
Do you put the padlock on the church door?
No.
No.
Not really, no.
So this isn't yours?
It's Noid's.
Why'd Noid put a padlock on the church door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about them, he'll tell ya.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
That's all.
Okay. Bye.
Alright.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
You're mistaken. I'm a radical.
Of course, a radical centrist. In these bright and loud times where 1,000 frequencies drown one another out, sober thinking is a radical act. It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Sign me up, baby!
I knew we could trust you. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, we are all going to be so much happier.
What did I get now? Frickin' Kingdom of Conscience. Democracy is coming. How can they not? Be moralistic. These guys are signal blue. I can't handle this. I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right. Well, we have a few skill points, so we should try to do another thing for me. Nationhood, magnesium-based life form, Jamrock Shuffle. I'd like to open doors, secrets, containers. Opioid receptor antagonist. The world needs a narc. Should I become a super anti-drug? A date of birth generator, right. When and where was I born? Woman Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. I'll keep them for now. Alright, let's see. Oh, hey, we can drop the bridge. Perfect.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
I'll push it over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Alright, we got a little bridge. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. Pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. Trash from some unending party. Alright, let's go into the tent, baby.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Let's go.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
I got this, boy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Smells like sweat and laundry detergent. Pile of nasal sprays. The speaker is the big kind. Canisters of water. Label says distilled. All right, Andre, let's chat.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at
Look
you
at this guy.
suspiciously.
And Egghead.
Egg.
Egg!
Egg, baby!
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
And why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Honest for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer.
That's right.
He has authority issues.
Keep him in check. There's no need. This place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
Finally someone who understands the plight of narcomania. Play it cool. You might have an ally here.
Oh? Narcomania? What are we talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
These guys are the dumbest posse ever. He said dopeheads.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
Strike that! The word!
Is this guy German?
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are.
What kind?
The spooky kind.
What do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Sure it is.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
All right, I'll look into it.
All right, man.
Help ravers start a nightclub.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
All right, Estelle told me Noid put the padlock on the door. Why?
Oh, so you met her. Good, good.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think. There's concern in his voice.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
The speed freak dips into his belt to produce the key. Then he makes a sudden, cool, infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Be the cool cop. Catch the key as it flies.
You sense the trajectory
Bam,
of the little piece
baby!
of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Play it cool. Thanks, man.
The speed freak nods to you.
Oh, baby!
A respectful nod. You proved something here.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
Wait, what? They locked them in there? I thought they were just trying to lock them out. How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-beings.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in.
No
like
freaking kidding! You guys could be arrested for murder! You better freaking hope that they're not dead!
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who are the people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
Alright, better safe than sorry. Anything more you can tell me?
Yes. There's also the machinery.
What?
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
Okay, so let me get this straight. These kids, they wanted to create a nightclub, so they locked people inside to wait for them to starve to death?
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water.
What is
Never
that?
seen anything like it.
Why would you put wires in water? Like maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you can filter water like that. I'm not sure.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
You haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
How can you be sure they're burnouts and dopeheads if you've never seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
Why not? Let's go with that.
I don't see a single thing wrong with that argument.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you.
Tell me more about the machinery.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely. Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
What the frick?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior.
Ambush behavior. Crabman.
Crabman! Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
So he hasn't even been in there lately. Is he afraid?
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
Sure. What?
All right. You mentioned some kind of ecclesiastites own the church. Who are they?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
And what is this founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
And?
They may have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church.
Oh my
Plus,
god.
They anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
Doesn't sound like they would appreciate a dance club in their church.
You're totally wrong about that.
The Pericarnassian church is about love.
Love, man!
It's about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
Egghead is the best.
Love is hardcore.
Unity.
Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
He turns up the volume and looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious that you'll break into dance.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
No words. Enjoy the beat!
Feels good.
I don't understand. What's a posse?
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
2 men and a woman stand on the beach, under a row of houses long abandoned to war damage. The words, "Felled Electrical," have peeled off the turn-of-the-century waterfront development. One of the men carries a small boy on his shoulders. The boy looks up at the faded logo.
Oh, it's talking about those other guys that were at the factory.
The woman says to him, "Good to see you here, Special Consultant. We're worried about the Lieutenant Yefreto."
Wait, what? Who? What? Who? What?
"Why are you worried about the Lieutenant Yefreto?" asks the boy. Then a wave comes crashing in.
Why is the woman talking to him? What? All right, we'll keep that in our head for later. Love can be pretty hardcore, huh?
Oh yeah, it can. He's coming around. You're getting it.
Now I understand. It was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Hypnotic music is about love, and so is the church.
Yeah! Yakokata, the place to be.
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of pericarnationism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
Yeah, I'm a cool cop.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Do we dance?
You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Yeah. All right, well, what about this tent?
Yes. What?
What's with all the Nosafed?
The what now?
The Nosafed Ultra. You've lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
You sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Sure, buddy. I'm not here to patrol drugs, I guess.
Nosafed is the shit.
All right, good. Now on to the next thing.
Yes. What?
You brought your own water?
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled, too.
Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Dang. I wonder what they're up to, really. Anyway,
He
enough
nods
of this.
Enthusiastically, no doubt, a little relieved.
We better analyze. Are they cooking drugs? Headphones were sold. A sale was high. Narcomania is a plague. Alright, do I have any logic stuff? That's all for now.
As always, we'll be right here. Wait.
Oh. Alright, let's see if I have anything to help my logic out. Logic? Oh, logic. Logic. That's visual calculus. Logic. Oh, this one will give me logic. Encyclopedia. Ooh, +2 logic. That's good. That's -1 logic. Alright, here we go.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Alright, let's talk to him. Let's see. Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told.
Okay.
Damn
Some
it!
speed freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too. But you digress.
And then there's the narcomania.
Indeed. So one of them came upon the abandoned church. They want to turn it into a club for dance music, but agents of narcomania have overrun it. You shudder to think of all the narco they must have already consumed in there. Narco is bad. Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Alright, so let's head out for now. Let's talk to her. again, see if we can get anything else from her.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
Can't say. Gotta ask questions first.
Shoot.
The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe.
Okay.
She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent.
What does that mean?
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out.
Yeah, no kidding,
End
I would
of
too.
Story.
Like a crab, you say?
What does this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
Come on, quit stalling. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
You're wrong. I believe you.
Why?
Seems too ludicrous for a lie.
I guess so. Anyway, what else?
I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
Just answer the question, please.
Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
What about you? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
I'm a silver bird. All right. I'll ask about it later
Don't
then.
know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
All right. I think maybe they're setting up something else.
Hi again. So, as always...
Okay, let's see here. I can put a point in logic, so I can buff that up. Bonus from thoughts.
Hi again. So,
28%. Let's get ahead inside the church.
As always...
And then maybe we'll see if we can get some more information on these guys. But first, let's see what's up here. Nothing, it seems like. Not much, huh? Alright. Alright, let's open up the door.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Apparently this person would have been trapped in here for a while.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. It's
Oh,
black
hey.
holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city,
Where am I? Whoa, what the frick? Yo, what is this place? A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk, not run. Alright, let's put on my my other stuff. And put that back on. I don't have my hat anymore. Too bad. My glasses. I guess we can keep this hat. Or we can do this one. Reaction speed. My ability to speak isn't that good, but it's okay. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. Look, it's a radio. It's a radio station. Blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies. Does somebody work here? A portable Harman Waushi tape. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Something siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. Hey, look, it's another computer!
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
I wonder, is this the same thing as, remember the other place? The other place, what do you call it? Under the bookstore, they had like a computer with like a RPG thing.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
This machine looks like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer.
Wait, let me investigate.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch
sits see you in a bit, Kilma.
Like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log.
February to March. What does that mean?
Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Might as well.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon.
Hey, it's her!
Accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
I looked inside the core. Oh, Yvonne! It's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
The tape just says log February to March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Alright.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Is this like the one in the Doom commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez.
All right.
One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
All right, so we can learn a little bit about D&D in this world.
Saint-Brun, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the Doom commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated revealing
What does print
nothing
do?
happens.
Nothing happens. All right. Well, we should try to figure out the password. Oh.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stomp my feet and clap my hands? Okay.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell as loud as I can?
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Is this room like acoustically treated or something? What's happening, Kim?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing. It's beginning to worry.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
Oh, hey, it's acoustically treated.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is definitely happening.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Try to see beyond the shadows. Here we go. No! I see nothing.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
Try to make out something.
There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
I'll blink. Whoa. All right, I'm okay. I'm okay.
You see something hanging from the rafters.
Oh, it's that! It's the person!
Straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
It's a person! The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Hello, sir.
Is that a man? Looks more like
Tiago.
part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The crab man.
Hey, who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
Wait, what? Who the frick are you? What are you doing here?
I'm here to receive the mother's love.
Yeah.
You can too, Holmes. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things.
Oh, yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here.
I'm doing fine, thank you.
I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look into my own heart and see I was in pain.
I am trying to do police work right now.
You know, actually, since we're here, You may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
For some reason, I feel like you have a point
Don't
there.
trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
What is this? Wasteland of reality. Physical instrument. Insomnia. It's been brought to my attention that I am an alcoholic. What do you know?
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
Do you know what those things over there are?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Wait, so there's another person living in the church?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
You got nothing else to tell me? How she looks? She does. Who she is?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
By the way, you know some ravers want to turn this place to a nightclub, right?
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
Do they have a reason to be afraid?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
So what do you think about it?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none.
Wait, what? He's okay
I'm
with it?
usually way up there. And vibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
Wait, he's all like, yeah, sure, let's turn this place into a nightclub.
Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
By the way, have you ever heard the viejita say the password to the radio computer?
Too many times, Essay. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes, identifying regional trend.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it.
Anyway, thanks.
I think we're done here, Essay.
Later.
That was an interesting conversation.
Hell yeah, it was.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Don't worry about it. We'll make headway. Cracked pane of glass. Spider has spun a web around this wooden pillar. Hey, look, shoes. Ooh, +1 empathy. This is +1 perception. Both are okay. And what is this? Ooh, money. Nice, I'll take that. I don't know what this is, this broken part, but we can finally get into the computer.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated.
Play again.
The speaker comes to...
Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I have the right password.
Good. Please repeat the password.
It's afterlife death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
I'm finished now.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated.
Press
the printer
print!
prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
All right.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in.
Okay, and she used water for that?
The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics.
I mean,
It's
there's
a
only
little
one
spooky,
narc.
all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Ridden with narcotics. Just like Andre said.
I mean, there's only one dude living here.
7th of February, 51.
Hmm.
Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why does she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Good point.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. Artists, yet again. Harassing citizens, stealing badges, occupying public spaces with installations, like the one here. But at least the artists have their act together.
Right.
They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads.
Right,
The programmers
because they're
are doing fine too.
game
I mean,
designers.
they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
Sorry, writers.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Did they lose their data and that's why they went bankrupt?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Who are these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area.
Yeah.
They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store.
Alright, this is really close to when we
There's
are.
a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51.
Okay.
I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Okay, let me think. So the data there was some random data loss that happened and she's unable to recreate it. I'm not sure how these radio computers work, to be honest. But if they're like sending information back and forth and at some point like all information was gone, maybe it's relevant not to her, but to someone else.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
Wait, what?
The Pillar of Silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
Alright, but what is it?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church.
Disco, oh, that's them.
I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
Girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer. And the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with a machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
That's right! Okay, so I did that on March 51. I'm not sure what exactly date.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air.
Canned air? What, is the air that bad in here?
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Oh god, what the frick? Suna, the programmer. Hello, ma'am? Ma'am?
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
That's right! Ain't no computer stopping me!
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I can assure you, I'm an expert circuit bender. I'm not breaking into your computer. I'm using it to access Coalition military data links.
There are no Coalition military data links. And even if there was, you couldn't access them over a civilian network.
Yes, I could. I'm a cybernetic god. I'm using your REM prefect to commandeer a Coalition warship Archer. I'll turn the cannons against its master.
That's nonsense. You're just a police officer. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Alright, butthead.
What is it?
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Sorry, I'm not asking for your resume. I'm asking for who you are.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Alright, what are you doing here?
You really like those questions, don't you?
Ma'am, you're occupying public space. I need to know what you're doing here.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what?
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
What does this mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
What the frick are you on, lady?
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
Ma'am, Isaac Newton answered this question in the 1700s, or was it the 1600s? Probably the 1600s. We know how to measure nothing. There is an entire field of mathematics based on it.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
It's called measure theory. Hold on! Does it mean we're living in a world with holes?
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
Listen, ma'am. I don't know. I'm not here for science. I just want to solve a murder.
You measure it by its surroundings. By that which does exist. Which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence. To find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Is the hole connected to your data loss?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
Alright, well, you have any idea where it is?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Why is she here? What purpose are you here to measure some dead spot in radio waves? What, you think the church is like sucking up like the communication and that's why you have data loss or something?
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Why there? Sorry you're not talking much, no problem.
There's this place at
I'm
the
just
back
glad you're
of the
enjoying
church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
This is just a dead zone.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
But this is where the Crabman lives!
I know.
You don't think the Crabman might be responsible?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Okay, so she thinks that the dead zone is not actually based on the church, but actually some problem with location. I don't know, maybe magnets or something? I'm not sure. You said that the research is not going well?
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Alright, that's all I wanted to know about the scary hole in the world.
Great. Thanks.
Alright. Well... How do you feel about dance music?
What? I hate it.
Same. It doesn't connect like disco.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, but how do you feel about a club?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A community space to help the elderly?
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Alright, well, I'll let you work in peace. And with that, I think we are going to end here for the day. I have to end a little bit early today, but thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'm really enjoying this. This is such a fun game. It's fun to, kind of just examine and see what's going on in the world. And, slowly you can figure out how people relate to the world and how this is going and how that is going. I love this game. I'm glad I got to play it with you all. Even if it doesn't drum up that much interaction, I think it's still great. And I know there are some people who are just here lurking in the background. So thanks for joining me, guys. Oh, man. You're usually more focused on watching. No worries. Yeah, I'm glad that you got to hang out today. Yeah, I know there's some people in the background. Anyway, I'm really hungry for some reason. It's because I didn't have lunch. Yeah, but as you guys know, I might be a little bit busy for the next several weeks. So I'm probably going to end a little bit early for a few streams. Yeah. But I hope you guys are having a great night, and I hope you guys are having a great weekend and have a fantastic Sunday. I'm probably going to end a little bit early. Hopefully after, we beat this game, we can play some Mario Wonder, because I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. But, there's Liza P, which I think we're going to beat pretty soon. So pretty soon after that, we're probably going to do Mario Wonder. And then I'm going to continue playing this game, because I love this game. Anyway, I'm going to get some dinner because I'm super hungry. But thanks so much for hanging out. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. If you have any quests for me, I'll see you all next time.